Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Dad Life. Today we're going to do a cleaning of our Roomba 600 series today. Generally we do maintenance on this item about every month. We give it a good deep clean, and today we're actually going to replace some parts. So we're going to show you how to do that. So the first thing I like to do is just dust the Roomba off and just try to get some of the general everyday dust off of it. I then like to go around with a bottle of alcohol, give it a spray, kind of brighten up that plastic. You'll notice the Roomba has scratches on it. That's okay. Your Roomba is going to get scratched up. It's not going to stay new. It doesn't mess with any of the sensors. Your sensors here, it bumps in it, and so that pushes sensors on the inside. All of this is just plastic to protect your Roomba, so it's okay to get some outside scratches like this. Once we get it all cleaned up, we kind of dust on the outside. The next thing I like to do is I clean the dustpan. Now this dustpan's still pretty clean, but you can see it's starting to get some buildup. So you can scrape that off, you can clean it off, whatever you want to do. Got the old dirty filter in here, so we're going to go ahead and pop this out, and you squeeze it here and then pull out. Now what I do, I don't change the filter every month. I'll hit it with my air compressor and spray the dust out and then you reuse it. But this one's been in here for a while, and we're going to go ahead and replace it. So we're just going to drop that in the trash. We're going to take this. This is still pretty clean in here, so we're just going to kind of give it a good wipe down. Now you can take it apart. You'll see dust getting into this area here. You can take it apart if you want and get all that out. I'm not going to do that this time. You do always want to make sure that when you clean your Roomba, you want to clean your terminals. That's where the electrical connection is made. In this case, that way the Roomba knows that its dust tray is back in, because it won't work if the dust tray is not in. And we're also going to clean the terminals on the bottom of the Roomba. That way, when it docks, it knows it's home. So with that, we got this kit off of Amazon. It was $28. I'll go ahead and leave the link in the description. This is like a year and a half, almost 2 years worth of parts, because I like to do maintenance on it rather than replace it. But if you just want to replace your parts every time you clean it, this is a good kit, and it's economical. So here's a new filter. We'll go ahead and just pop this in, and it should fit nice and tight. There we go. Filter's in. Okay, close it back up. Our terminals are clean, and we're going to push it back into the Roomba. Now, we're going to flip our Roomba over, and here's where the real nastiness is. Obviously, I live in a house full of girls because of all the hair and everything in there. Normally what I'll do is I'll take these out and clean them, but today we're just going to replace them. So we're going to check this wheel first, and this wheel actually looks pretty clean. We'll go ahead and just give it a dusting. You can even pop this wheel section out here and clean in there. Clean the wheel. This will collect dust and hair, so you're just going to want to clean that out. Pop it back in, and it's good to go. Now you see the brush here, it gets worn down, right? It connects with the feet as it spins. It rubs on the ground. We just put some tile in the house, so it's going to rub on the tile and it's going to wear out. So we're going to replace this. You just unscrew this flathead screw right here, pop it out. There we go. Harvest the screw. There we go. We're just going to throw this away. Take a new one from the bin, put the screw back in. Go ahead and push that in a little bit. There we go. Nice tight fit in there. Oops. Let's go ahead and put this on first. There we go. Now we'll pop it in there, and we'll go ahead and tighten it up. You do want to make sure this is good and tight. You don't want it to come out. There we go. And that looks good. Notice how much extra brush there is. And it's nice and clean. Now here's those other terminals I was talking about. These are the charging terminals. So we're going to go ahead and take our rubbing alcohol, and we're going to get those nice and clean. We don't want anything building up there. because we want to make sure it gets good electrical connection. There we go. Those are nice and clean. All right, now for the wheels. We're gonna kind of take a look at them. They're building up some dust. We're gonna wipe them off, kind of wipe the whole bottom here. You notice whenever you get anything wet, it's gonna build up on here. I do just like to take the flathead and just kind of give it a little scrape, clean it up. The idea is to keep your Roomba as clean as possible. The cleaner it is, obviously the better it's going to run. The better it runs, the longer it's going to last. The longer it lasts, the more value you get out of the item. See, that's the problem today. We live in a world where everybody likes to throw everything away. Where if you take a few minutes and a little care, your items are going to last just a little bit longer. Now this Roomba is usually in the $200 range. I picked it up on a deal and got it for $150. So it's a good deal. Even if it only lasts a few years, I've got some good value out of it. But if I can get it to last 3 or 4 years, man, 5 years even, that'd be great. Now the nice thing with this Roomba is it's good if you have a single layer downstairs or an upstairs. It does have ledge sensors right here. These are your ledge sensors. You want to make sure that you clean that too. So if you're running this in an upstairs, it won't fall down the stairs, and if you have a multi-level home, it won't fall down the into the multi-level. But because we do have a flat single story downstairs area, no stairs in or up into different areas, this is a perfect Roomba to do our entire downstairs. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open this area up here. Just unlock that, and this opens up, and you can see just all the gook that builds up in here. All the gook. Now what I normally do is I'll take this all out, I'll throw away all the hair and clean it all up, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to go ahead and pull this all out and put fresh blades in it. So we'll go ahead and pull this out here. I mean, look at these. You can see how much wear these have in them. They've lasted a good long time. So we're going to throw those away. Now we're going to take the air compressor. Alright, we just wanted to wait for the compressor to turn off. We didn't want to have to talk over it. So now that we've got the Roomba dusted out and you saw all the crap coming out, now we need to start cleaning this. So we don't want to put our new rollers into this filthy area. So I'm just going to spray some rubbing alcohol on here just to kind of start cleaning this. And we're going to scrub it really good. And it's okay. I mean, all this area is pretty tough in here, so you can give it some elbow grease, but you can just see how much grime builds up in here. This is going to be all your dust. This is going to be where it picks up crud as it's running. So I mean, think about it. If you get all this dust, we live here in the desert, so you get all this dust in your Roomba, and then let's say the kids leave a grape out or a cherry tomato that you miss when you're picking up the floor at night. It's going to suck that up. It's going to get some juice in there, and it's going to make this dust mud stuff. So we like to clean this out, get it pretty good. Obviously perfection is unattainable if you have 800 other things to do, but we want to do our best, and putting those rollers into a relatively cleaner area. And again, we're putting some elbow grease into this. I want it to be good and clean. Another thing you might want to use is a toothbrush, some cleaning fluid on it. That'll really kind of get in there. This will be good for our purposes today. Gonna get in there. Now obviously your plastic's going to stain over time too. As it rubs, things get stuck in there. You see some scratches. That's okay. Maybe if we want to get the screwdriver in there to help loosen up some of that junk. There we go. Maybe close it too. You see it looks like there's some gum or something here. Maybe you got a house full of kids. Who knows what kind of crap ends up on your floor. There we go. Kind of clean the inside of the wheels while we're at it. All right, let's open this up. Go ahead and put the new brushes in. So we want to put the rubber roller brush here. You're gonna have a colored end, a yellow plastic, and just an end with a square on it. That end goes over here, and it sets there. Same with this one. It's gonna go in there and set there, and you can see as you spin it, they both go. We're gonna close it up. And again, we're going to give it a wipe down. Maybe hit it with a little bit more air. There we go. And now you should have a nice and clean Roomba 600 series. So we hope this video has been helpful as you take care of and maintain your Roomba device. And if you don't have a Roomba yet, we'll put a link in the description for this same model. And we like it. It helps maintain our floors. If you have pets, if you have kids, if you live in a dusty area like we do, where you get dust and stuff tracked in because we live in the desert, this will definitely help you keep your floors clean. It is programmable. It uses Wi-Fi. You can control it from an app. And it has made our life a lot better and has helped us be able to maintain our floors a lot better. So again, hope this video has helped you, and we'll see you next time.